Did you know that the earliest signs of dementia can quietly appear years before anyone receives a formal diagnosis? These subtle changes often go unnoticed, blending into the background of daily life. It might be something as simple as forgetting a familiar word or misplacing keys more often than usual. Spotting these early signs could truly change everything. Early recognition opens the door to better planning, more effective treatments, and the chance to make meaningful memories while there's still time. Dementia touches so many of us: parents, grandparents, friends, neighbors, or even ourselves. It's a journey that can feel isolating, but you're not alone. Millions of families around the world are walking this path together, supporting one another through the changes. Today, we'll walk through 10 of the most common early signs. Our goal isn't to frighten you, but to empower you with knowledge. When you know what to look for, you can take action sooner, seek help, and find support. Understanding these signs means you can be a better advocate for yourself and your loved ones. You'll be able to start important conversations, ask the right questions, and make informed decisions about care and support. Think of this as a gentle guide, a compassionate companion to help you navigate a subject that can feel overwhelming and emotional. Together, let's take the first step toward understanding and hope. Let's begin. Let's start with the most recognized sign: memory loss. While everyone forgets things from time to time, memory loss that disrupts daily life is a different story. It's not just about forgetting where you put your glasses or occasionally blanking on a name. This kind of memory loss is persistent, noticeable, and can have a real impact on your ability to function day to day. For example, misplacing your keys once in a while is normal. But if you find yourself putting them in unusual places, like the refrigerator, or struggling to retrace your steps to find them, that's a warning sign. It's the difference between a harmless slip and a pattern that interferes with your routine. You might notice yourself or a loved one forgetting important information that was just shared, like the details of a recent conversation or an appointment you scheduled only hours ago. Repeating the same questions over and over, even after getting an answer, is another sign that memory loss is becoming more serious. Missing significant dates like birthdays or anniversaries, or relying heavily on notes, alarms, or family members to remember things you always managed on your own, these are red flags. It's not just about being forgetful. It's about losing the ability to keep track of important parts of your life. Sometimes it goes even further. Forgetting the names of close family members or not recognizing familiar faces can be deeply distressing. Or you might pick up an everyday object, like your glasses or the TV remote, and suddenly feel unsure about what it's for. These moments are more than just senior moments. They signal a deeper problem. The key is to look at how often these lapses happen and how much they affect your independence. When memory loss starts to interfere with daily tasks, like managing finances, preparing meals, or keeping up with personal hygiene, it's time to take notice. These changes can make it hard to live safely and comfortably on your own. If you notice this pattern in yourself or someone you love, don't brush it off as just getting older. Pay close attention to these changes and talk openly with family members or friends about your concerns. Early conversations can help everyone understand what's happening and what steps to take next. Early recognition can make a real difference. The sooner you notice these signs and seek help, the better the chances of managing symptoms and planning for the future. Don't ignore these signs. Reach out to a healthcare professional if you're concerned. Next, let's talk about challenges with planning or solving problems. For many older adults, these difficulties can appear gradually, making them easy to overlook at first. But when someone who once managed their daily schedule with ease now finds it hard to keep track of appointments or remember important dates, it's worth paying attention. This isn't about the occasional mistake. It's a new, persistent struggle with tasks that require steps or concentration. You might notice a loved one getting stuck on simple decisions or feeling overwhelmed by things they used to handle without a second thought, like organizing a shopping list or planning a family gathering. Following a familiar recipe or managing finances suddenly becomes confusing. Even reading instructions or remembering the order of steps for a favorite hobby can become a challenge, leading to frustration or embarrassment. Balancing a checkbook, paying bills, or even following the plot of a movie can feel overwhelming. These tasks, once routine, may now seem like insurmountable obstacles, causing stress and sometimes even withdrawal from activities they once enjoyed. It's not just distraction. It's a fundamental change in the ability to organize and complete tasks. You might see someone start a chore, like folding laundry or working on a puzzle, only to lose track of what they were doing or abandon it halfway through. If daily routines become insurmountable, it's a sign the brain's CEO is struggling. The ability to plan, sequence, and follow through is controlled by the brain's executive functions, and when these are affected, even simple routines, like taking medication or preparing breakfast, can become confusing or impossible. Notice these changes? It's time to seek support. Talk openly with your loved one and consider reaching out to a healthcare professional for guidance. Early intervention can make a significant difference. Don't dismiss them as just getting older. Recognizing these signs early can help ensure your loved one gets the help and understanding they need to maintain their quality of life. Another sign is trouble completing familiar tasks at home, work, or during leisure. Getting lost on a familiar route, struggling to use appliances, or forgetting the steps of a favorite hobby. These are warning signs. It's not about learning something new, but losing the ability to do what was once second nature. The sequence of actions gets jumbled, and frustration replaces enjoyment. When routine actions become confusing, it's a significant change. Pay attention to these struggles. They're often the first clues. Early detection matters. Don't overlook these shifts. Confusion with time or place is another early sign. Losing track of dates, seasons, or even the year goes beyond simple forgetfulness. They may get ready for bed in the afternoon or expect dinner in the morning. Disorientation can happen even in familiar settings, like their own home. Not recognizing where they are or how they got there can be frightening. This confusion often leads to anxiety and agitation. If you notice frequent disorientation, it's a clear signal something is wrong. Don't ignore these moments. Sometimes dementia affects how the brain interprets what the eyes see. Reading becomes difficult, not because of eyesight, but because the brain can't process words or images. Judging distance or depth, like reaching for a glass or stepping off a curb, becomes challenging. Driving becomes unsafe due to poor spatial awareness. Even distinguishing colors or contrasts can be hard. If someone seems clumsy or complains about vision despite normal eye exams, it could be their brain struggling. These changes can be subtle but dangerous. Watch for these signs. We all forget words sometimes, but frequent word-finding trouble can be an early sign. Struggling to follow or join conversations, losing track mid-sentence, or repeating stories are red flags. Vocabulary shrinks, and sentences become simpler or incorrect. Writing may show more errors and less coherence. These changes are new and persistent, not just occasional slips. If conversations become filled with pauses, repeated stories, or odd word choices, take note. It's a sign the brain's language center is struggling. Don't dismiss these changes. Misplacing things happens to everyone, but doing it often, and in odd places, is different. Finding a wallet in the sugar bowl or laundry in the dishwasher signals confused thinking. The real issue is the inability to retrace steps to find lost items. This leads to frustration and sometimes paranoia, like accusing others of theft. It's not just disorganization. It's a breakdown in logic and memory. If this pattern appears, it's a significant warning sign. Pay attention to repeated, unexplained losses. Early action can help. Early action. Poor judgment is another early sign. Odd or risky decisions, like giving money to scams or neglecting hygiene, are red flags. Social filters may disappear, leading to inappropriate comments or actions. The person may not recognize their own decline or the consequences of their choices. This loss of insight can make them vulnerable. If you notice a pattern of uncharacteristic decisions, it's time to act. Don't chalk it up to aging. Seek guidance. Withdrawing from work, hobbies, or social life can signal early dementia. It's often a coping mechanism for the confusion and frustration they're experiencing. Avoiding gatherings, giving up favorite activities, or struggling at work are all signs. This withdrawal can worsen symptoms and lead to isolation. It's not just a preference for solitude, it's a change from their usual self. If you see this shift, consider what might be behind it. Early support is crucial. A sudden, sustained change in mood or personality is a powerful sign. Confusion, suspicion, fear, or paranoia may appear. Depression and anxiety are common, as is irritability or agitation. The person may become easily upset or withdrawn. These changes are not character flaws, they're neurological symptoms. Recognizing them helps you respond with compassion and patience. If someone's personality shifts dramatically, don't ignore it. It's time to seek help. Recognizing these signs is the first step toward action. Early detection opens doors to treatment, support, and planning for the future. If you notice these changes, talk to a healthcare professional. Share this video to help others recognize the signs. Compassion and knowledge make all the difference. You're not alone. Help is always available. For more helpful videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications.